My name is Diego. What was it? My name is Diego. I'm a student slash producer, and I'm from Santa Fe, California, and I'm 19 years old. So currently I live with my brother, my oldest brother. He's about 33, and we live in a one bedroom, one bathroom duplex. We live downstairs, and he has the room. I live in a little futon slash closet. With my relationship with my brother, it's been kind of shaky the past couple years, just because I feel like the more I stay with him, the more I seem like a burden to him in a way. When I was about 14, going on 15, my dad had a heart attack, and we were forced out of our first apartment, and we moved into a different apartment, and we were evicted once again. And then they moved to Vallejo. They gave me a choice, either go to Vallejo with them or move in with my brother. It wasn't until my sophomore year of high school that I went to a Boys and Girls Club, like little thing that we had on campus, and the director of the Boys and Girls Club, he was an owner of an entertainment label, and he brought one of his friends who was a producer, and I didn't know the focus of that Boys and Girls Club was mainly music. So one day he was like, "Do you do music?" I was like, "Yeah." And at that time my brother had just got me Logic Pro, which is the software I use to make music. And I brought my laptop. I'd only been making beats for about 2 months, and I brought it, I showed him, and then they said I have a lot of potential. They said I have the foundation of what a musician is supposed to have. I was with my friend Danny, who's also one of my partners with production. We were just normal night making beats, and one day we were on Instagram, we saw Jeremiah's story, and he said send beats to this email, and we were like, we don't really fuck with him, but we were just, why not give it a shot? So we sent him a pack. About an hour later we get an email back from his management. We weren't expecting nothing. We were probably just gonna be like feedback. That's what we thought. We clicked on the MP3 and we let it play, and then we noticed Jeremiah was on it. He had done like a little freestyle to it. Around 2.5 minutes into the song, there was a transition that they added, and we hear a sort of distinct hum, a distinct auto-tuned voice, and me and my friend were kind of just in shock. And then we let it play, and we noticed that it was Travis Scott, and we were just freaking out. And then we didn't believe it. We let it play a couple more times. They bought all of the beats that I sent, and they bought the main one with Jeremiah and Travis Scott. And that was my first big ever payment for a beat. For that beat alone with just Travis and Jeremiah, I got $6,000. I was just interested out of curiosity, and then they didn't reply to me. About a week later, I get an invitation, and it was the Revenge of the Dreamers invitation with my name on it, and it was just the location and what time to be there. So at that point I knew I was going to be in that session. J. Cole finally showed up in sweats, lazy. He was just his normal self. He showed up, got his notebook out, went straight to work, and he didn't say hi to anybody, so I felt extremely intimidated to introduce myself, but I know I should. So I did, and then he was kind of just like, "Oh yeah, I'm expecting you," and like, I was expecting you, so work on some stuff, show me later on in the session. So I was just in the other room, just sort of producing with my headphones, and then about 2 hours in, right before the session was gonna end, it was my turn to play some beats for him. And in that little session of just playing my beats, I had this little loop of a sample, which was a sample taken from a different song, and it was just a whole bunch of trumpets and violins. And then he was like, "Send me that, and send me 3 other beats from the 5." And then so I sent it to his own producer, which was T- at the time. And about 2 weeks later, I get an email, and it was the loop that I had sent him was finished. And then about 2 days later, it was a Friday, Middle Child came out, and that loop was in that song. And that's when I was like, okay, this is gonna be cool. And started rising by the millions, like every week, and then it went platinum and double platinum. What I was almost nominated for was a song that I did on 21 Savage's album, and it was Gunsmoke, and it was just sort of just for plays and for copies bought, but I was I think a couple million off, but I was on the running for being a nominee. And that was kind of a shock. And of course, I've never imagined myself getting into that sort of realm of kind of like the corporate, more like, I guess, like TV, like music world, like sort of like award shows and stuff like that. I kind of just never, that's never been my focus. And if it comes on the way, like that would be cool. But like even today, like it's cool to be acknowledged like that, but it's not my main focus.